Hi, this is Julia with German 365. Today we are on episode 20 and I will talk about the German cases. The following episodes, 21 through 24, will discuss each case separate. So we have 4 cases. Today is kind of like an advanced organizer for these episodes. So enjoy and keep watching the other episodes as well.
The big question is, was zum Teufel sind die Fälle? So what by the devil are cases? Well, by the end of the episode, you will know. In German, we have 4 cases. So that's the first thing you need to understand. And the cases are basically applied to the nouns or to their articles. And then that way, each applied case represents a certain element in a clause, which will allow us to switch things around in a sentence without changing the meaning. So the first case, or Fall 1, is the Nominativ. And without the nominative, there wouldn't be a sentence really. And it's the default case, you could call it that. And it's used for the subject, so the doer of an action. Also, you might have noticed that the verb will be conjugated towards it. And the primary articles are der and ein, die and eine, das und ein, and the plural die and keine. So the second case that we have, or Fall 2, ist der Akkusativ. Und der Akkusativ is used for a direct object, so a thing or a person. Can also be an idea. The singular articles are den, einen, die, eine, das und ein. And the plural is die and keine. Brings us to Fall 3, der Dativ. And the dative or the dative is used for an indirect object. So we call it the receiver of an object or an action. So the singular here is dem and einem, der, einer, and dem and einem, and the plural den and keinen. Last but not least, we have Fall 4, and that's der Genitiv. And the Genitiv or genitive is used to express a possession or relationship between object or people or whatever you're talking about. Also, masculine and neuter nouns may take an es or an s ending. The singular here is des eines, der, einer, des eines, and the plural der and keiner. So here's an overview again of the elements that I was just talking about. Feel free to just pause the video here and review this. But here's an example. So a man gives the dog's bone to the cat. In German, ein Mann gibt der Katze den Knochen des Hundes. We see we have all those different articles here in the German example, which means we can just simply switch it around. We can't do that in English. If we would do it in English, it would be like a dog's bone gives a man to the cat. Does not make sense. However, in German, it's perfectly fine because the cases have not changed. So that's the beauty, in a way, of the case system in German. So what you need to know is the gender of the nouns to begin with. Without that, you're lost. You got to ask yourself, what role does each noun have, or a pronoun if you're choosing to use one of those. You got to study the case forms, you got to study the prepositions that go with a certain case, and you got to apply those correctly.
All right, thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, continue watching 21 through 24 as I will be explaining the Nominativ, Akkusativ, Dativ, and Genitiv individually. If you have any questions, please comment below and like this channel or subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I see you in the future. Thanks.